today I feel like a kid in a candy store because it is just like that. I am at the Triathlon Lab and it is like the mecca of triathlon gear. You could do like a little pan. Oh, the mecca of triathlon gear. So I thought that it would be really cool and fun and maybe productive to to build myself a triathlete stocking and give you guys some suggestions on gift ideas for the triathlete in your life. So that's what I'm going to do. I've just been sort of rooting around the store looking at all of the things that I would want in my stocking, hint hint, and I'm going to tell you all about them. So I would love in my stocking a pair of goggles, and Triathlon Lab carries just a huge selection of all what I think are the top brands of goggles. My favorite being Aquasphere. You guys have seen these in my videos before. I have a pair of the tinted ones, and I also have a pair of the clear ones because you need them for different times. If you're swimming indoors in a pool, if you're swimming and it's super bright outside for the race day, you want to have a tinted lens. And let me see. These run $27.95, so it's kind of a pricey stocking stuffer, but I think I'm worth it. So I'm gonna put them in. Putting them in. Okay, next thing. This is a cute little tiny thing to put in my stocking. It's called a Guppy Light, and watch this. So it has a couple different modes. This one is just like a little flash, or you can, for us moms who train later at night, or if it's starting to get dark or something like that, you can hang this from a backpack, you can hang it from a helmet, from your bike, all over the place. And you have different modes. See? Ooh, 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 alert, alert. There's someone riding her bike. And I gotta turn it off. Okay, so these run about 18 bucks, but really you can't put a price on safety. So, going in the stocking. This way. These are race belts, and for the beginning triathlete, if you have a beginning triathlete in your life, they have already just been pinning their number to their shirt, which I did for like 10 years before I really was genius enough to figure out that I'm supposed to use this. So you just pop off these little buttons and then you put your race number, and then, this one is way too big for me. A very strong triathlete would fit in here, very buff. So you just pop it on when you come out of the water, and then your number is on there. And you don't have to mess with it in between, you know, you're not pulling on a shirt that has something pinned and you're snagging it. So this is a race belt, and I think these are fairly inexpensive. This one's not marked, but they're usually somewhere under 10 bucks. Okay, so putting it in. I have one of these, but I completely forget mine every single time. And then I'm like, oh, and I'm running around begging people for a race belt because I refuse to pin anything to my race kit. Okay, ooh, right here, this is really neat. These are Yanks. Okay, Yanks are speed laces really, and it makes it so that you can put your running shoes on without tying and untying. So if you want to see, like these are my running shoes. These are Newtons, and if I were to come out of the water with wet feet and all of that, and here they are in my transition area, and I'm running out, and I'm like, okay, it's so fast transition, here we go, so fast, and here I'm tying my shoe. La la la, all the racers are passing me, la la la. No, these are little elastic things that you preset in your shoe. So you put your shoe on, you preset them, and when you, I wish I had one to just kind of test for you and show you, but then when you come into your transition area, you literally just pull the tongue like this, shove your foot in and snap, and you're go and you're off, and you're completely winning. Okay, so, and they come in all kinds of cute colors because we care about colors. They have pink, and you know, you can color coordinate with everything. If you guys have seen my bike, you know that everything is red and black in my bike. So I'm color coordinated, so I would need a red pair. Hint, hint, red pair. Oh, put it in my stocking. Putting it in my stocking. I'm running out of room, I need a bigger stocking. Okay, now I'm not gonna even tie my shoe. Okay, what do we need now? Ooh, okay, this is a cute little thing, but it really shows that you completely love your triathlete because this is Anti-Chafe Body Glide. And if you've done a triathlon, or if you have your loved one that does triathlons and you don't use this, then you completely know what it is, because it keeps your wetsuit from chafing. It helps your wetsuit come off and on, under your arms, under here, kind of everywhere that chafes. You want to glide this on race day so that you don't have a bunch of red chafe marks, and really it is awesome. And people will try to steal it on race day. Don't let them. Do not share. Do not share, you will not get it back. Oh, putting it in. This is a giant box. Okay, if you buy this to put it in a stocking, take it out of this crazy box. Okay, putting it in here, because I need room for my nutrition. Okay, come on, this way, this way. Okay, so these are bunk breakers, and you guys have seen me chat about bunk breakers before because I love them, and the reason why I love them is because they are real food. They are gluten-free, they're dairy-free, and they're really awesome energy bars, okay? It is not a protein bar, it is an energy bar. So this is my favorite one. This is the first one I ever fell in love with, and it's the peanut butter chocolate chip, and it's like a little tiny piece of heaven. It's like, oh, and when you're racing, I've only done one Ironman, but when I was doing the Ironman, this was like, I put it in my mouth and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like hallucinating of its awesomeness. So, bunk breakers, this is it. Even has like a little Ironman symbol on there. But you don't have to be doing a long endurance race to use these. You can use these for training. I've even sneaky stuck them in my kids' lunches because it's real food. Now, if you don't need to buy like a giant tub of this because you don't know if they like it or not, and it won't fit in the stocking. But hint, hint, this is my favorite kind. It's called Berry Treasure, which really is kind of a freakishly cute name. Berry Treasure? Aww. They have performance fluid and they have fluid recovery. I personally have never tried the fluid performance. I use Carbo Pro, but fluid recovery, and they come in these little packets, perfect for stocking stuffers. And what this is after you race or after you train, after I go for like a crazy long run or something, if I drink this, it cuts down my soreness. It cuts down my need to eat every carbohydrate in my house, because it just kind of satiates your body and refuels you and makes you feel better. It's really making you feel better. So you're giving your triathlete a little hug when you put one of these in your bag. So in the bag, and I will point out that I just took the last one, which that means something because it means it's awesome. Buried treasure. Okay, fluid. All right, look. My stocking's super full, but just in case you are wanting to put some sort of freakishly generous stocking stuffer in your stocking for your person because you love them so much, here you can certainly fit a pair of sunglasses in your stocking. I well, let's be honest, I ran over my sunglasses, so I don't have a pair currently. My husband glued my lens into the holder, so it has like glue. Anyway, hint, hint, hint. These are awesome, and you know, I think that even though it's a high-priced item, it really is something that can help so much during both the bike and the run. If you're on the bike without a good pair of sunglasses that hugs your face the way that they're supposed to, you're gonna have fogging up, and if you end up on a run without sunglasses, God help you, I'm just saying. All right, so there are a couple other pretty exciting high-priced items that I'm gonna go over them in a few minutes, but here is my stocking, and did I say mine? I said mine. My stocking. Suggestions for your triathlete to show them that you love them. Okay, so we just filled up our stockings and we have that taken care of. And in my family, as we were growing up, the first thing that we opened was the stocking, and then we moved on to the presents. So we're going to do that. And I've decided that because everybody has a different budget, I will make a suggestion for swim, bike, and run for your triathlete for a lowest price suggestion, mid price, and the super generous high price suggestion. So first we're going to start with our low price suggestion, and I'm going to go in order of the triathlon. So swimming first. I have not yet trained with fins, but I'm very eager to try it because I've heard that it strengthens your kick, and I see all of the people at the gym training with them, and I have a little bit of like fin envy. So these are by Finis, and they look like this on your foot, like this. They're actually quite comfortable. They don't, you know, it certainly doesn't feel like they're going to come off in the water. So here we are. These are, find the price tag. These are $34.98, so they're $35. Okay, so moving on to the bike portion. This I call a bento box. It's totally not called that at all, but it straps onto your bike right there. So you're riding and it straps onto the frame of your bike, and you unzip it during the race and you can put your little nutrition in there. So I put in here, just for sampling, I put in some shot blocks, which are super yummy, and I put in some chomps, which are also super yummy, and my very favorite goo, which is Espresso Love, because if I were to name a goo, I would name it Espresso Love. So those kinds of things just kind of, and if you're doing a very long endurance triathlon like an Ironman, I put salt pills in here and some of my motivator pills and all of those things in here. Those things are made by the same people that make my Carbo Pro that I use. So this was actually amazing because I saw a lot of people, you see people taping goos to the frame of their bike, or they're stuck in their race belt or anything. This just makes it so incredibly easy. You just put it on there and it's right there. You're riding, if you're down in your aero bars, you just kind of unzip and you have it and stick it right back in. And you also, it kind of keeps you from littering on the race course. And that's kind of really important because you could get disqualified, and it's just, you shouldn't litter. So, and this is $24.95. So $25, and you can get various price ranges of these, but if your triathlete does not have one, this is actually a really cool gift. So just get them one regardless of the price range. There you go. All right, on to the run. For the run, you want to make sure you have either a hat or a visor, and more than likely, if you have a triathlete in your life that you're buying for, they already have a hat or a visor. So you need to go through the store or search online and find something that's a really unique visor. The Head Sweats ones are really good. This one looks really comfortable. Let's try it on. So I have a giant head, so I have to adjust it. It has a little tag. Why is it that some people leave the tags hanging on their like baseball hats or whatever? Is it cool? I don't know. Okay. I think I have my hair sticking up. Anyway, this is actually a really comfortable visor. I need to put this on my Christmas list. Okay, so this is a mid-price, or this is a lowest price of my running suggestion. Some sort of hat or a visor, okay? Hat or a visor, and this visor is $20. So they're gonna be around $20, but kind of pick one that matches your triathlete style. Okay, so this is our lowest price suggestion, so we're gonna move on. Okay, so if your budget allows for a slightly higher priced item, then these are my suggestions for the mid-range pricing triathlete gifts. Okay, so starting with the swim, these are Sable. They are more expensive than the Aquasphere that I suggested for the stocking stuffer. But the cool thing about Sable goggles, they already have very good optics, but this is one of the only lines that you can actually order the lenses. You can have them specially made to your prescription. So if you're blind as a bat like me, you can actually have them made to your prescription, which is fantastic because there's always the fear of losing a contact, or some people just can't wear contacts, so they would very much benefit from something like this. And then you can get your fancy sunglasses also in prescription, and then you're just set to go for the whole race and you don't have to worry about contacts. Okay, moving on from the, this pair is $50, but if you do need the prescription, it's going to be more expensive, but how generous are you? It's Christmas time. Okay, so this is my bike suggestion for middle of the road. And really, helmets, there are just lots and lots of choices for helmets, and you can get a price range. You could go up to hundreds of dollars for a helmet, and you can go as low as, $50 for a helmet. This helmet, I think I picked it up because I liked its sleek and its aerodynamic. It's by Specialized, and it looks like it's just under $70, like $65. So you can go middle of the road, you can go more expensive if you kind of want more of like a crazy aerodynamic feel, but this is kind of a nice one. And don't always assume that your triathlete has a helmet of their own, because I have done many triathlons and of all different lengths, and I am still borrowing my mother's helmet currently. I do not own a helmet. So do not just assume they don't have a helmet. So a helmet is a great gift. Also, if you are thinking of getting them a bike, you could always get just the helmet and then package it up and say, look, this is this, and inside, and they could go pick their bike themselves. And this is kind of the hint that you're getting them a bike. Okay, so, all right. That's actually quite a comfortable helmet. I think it smashed my hair, but okay, so that's a comfortable helmet. It's really sleek. So moving on to the run, these are compression socks, and your triathlete, if they're experienced triathlete, have probably tried these before and loved them, because if you're running distances, these really help in the endurance, muscle endurance. You're not going to get as many cramps, and it just kind of saves your legs for a long run. So I have a white pair, but I'm just trying these blue pair on to show you. These are sleeves, they're not socks. You can get socks, but these actually just are just for the leg portion, so just the calf portion, and they're just built, you know, there are a couple different brands of compression socks, but they're built, you know, to kind of fit, and they have lots and lots of different sizes, and it's really specific, so make sure that you're kind of in the general vicinity when you buy these. Okay, so that's my mid-priced suggestions: compression socks, helmet, and super awesome gogglage. When you get into the high-priced items, you're looking for things that are very athlete specific. So you might want to go toward the gift card or buy something knowing you're going to come in and have it fitted. Okay, so these are, I mean, look at how many wetsuits they have at the Triathlon Lab. When you're going to high-priced triathlon items, you want to make sure that you're at a triathlon store, because if you go to like Sports Authority or something like that, you're going to get a surfing wetsuit or something, and it really just is not going to work if you're really becoming serious about your triathlon. So specific to this triathlon store, the Tri Lab, they give you a 15-day fit guarantee. So say that you buy this wetsuit and you go out and you are carrying a bunch of water in your suit, or it's freaking your neck out or something, you come back and the Tri Lab will take care of you. They make sure you can exchange it for store credit within that 15 days, or they'll put you in a different wetsuit, and they really just make sure that it's good. So when you're going for a high price swim item, you're going to want to come to a specific triathlon store, okay? And the Tri Lab is my fave. Okay, let's go onto bike. Okay, see the bikes? There are lots and lots of bikes here. Right now, this store has just insane deals on bikes, and they're trying to get rid of 2013 models, and so I was perusing through, and I ride a Cervelo, and I know how expensive Cervelos are, and these are just at amazing prices. So if you want to get your triathlete a bike, the coolest way to do that, I think, is to wrap their very own saddle, which is, you have all of these choices, and really, I don't know a lot about these crazy split seat ones or any of these, but there's something to all of these, and it is unique to a person's preference, and each athlete is going to have a different preference. And this store has a really cool program about this as well. You can rent a seat to make sure that it fits with your stuff, and you've got to make sure that it's comfortable, and they have these as demos, and you rent it and you bring it back, and I think it's like a week, and it's like 20 bucks. And the cool thing is, when you decide, oh my gosh, I hate this one, and you want to try this one, when you decide that you want to buy one, then put the $20 that you rented it toward the seat. And these are all, I mean, this is like a $200 seat, and goes down to, this is, you know, $150. You've got, you know, a $60 seat down here. So your bike is going to come with a seat, but how cool would it be to wrap up just the saddle, and then, you know, a little note in there that says, hey honey, I'm getting you a bike to put this seat on, right? Okay, so let's move on to the run. I think the store thinks I'm cuckoo. Okay, so these are Newtons. See, mine are sad and very well run in Newtons, but this is my suggestion for the higher price ticket for your running gift. And these are also a very specific shoe that you have to slowly kind of transition into because they are designed very differently than on other running shoes. These are kind of triathlete specific shoes. They have these little, I don't even know what you call them, these little platforms at the ball of your foot, and they kind of promote mid-foot strike. So you're running completely different. So if you've been running in like a super big, crazy, cushy shoe and you want to move to this because all the cool triathletes wear them, then like me, look at the difference. Oh my gosh. I think I need a new pair, right? Ah, so scary. But I've had mine for a very long time. Anyway, if you want to transition to a shoe like this, you're going to want to go like 1 mile in them and then use your regular shoes for the rest of your long run, and then maybe move to like 2 miles the next time and kind of slowly move into them so your foot sort of learns how to run in them. Oh, also, I don't know how often they do it, but this store does running labs for Newton. I've seen them advertised before on Facebook and things. They'll have Newton come and do kind of a training on how to run in a Newton shoe. So that's really cool. This is another thing though, that it's very specific to the athlete. So a gift card would be really good for this as well. So you want to be fitted into the shoe. Also, any kind of running shoe, specifically this running shoe, I go a full size bigger. So you don't want to just go, oh, well, my girlfriend wears an 8 and buy an 8, because it's not necessarily going to work and it probably won't. So there you go. All right, I want to tell you about this. This is something that I very, very much want my mom to get my dad. Mom, crash sensor for daddy. See that? Crash sensor. This thing is probably the coolest thing I have ever seen. It's a little sensor that goes on the back of your helmet, and you program in there. See, it's right there. And it works with the iPhone 4S and the 5. And so it's on the back of your helmet, and you're riding and it senses impact. So say you have a crash and it senses the impact. If you don't like tell it, oh no, I'm fine, if you don't disengage it and tell it you're fine, then it sends out a signal to all of your contacts that you program in here, and it tells them, hey, this is where I am. It sends your GPS coordinates to your people. So if I was out and I was on a trail and I got in a horrible crash and I was knocked out, God forbid, it would text or send to my husband, hey, this is where Sarah is and she's been in a crash. And I just think, that just makes me want to cry. I think this is a brilliant piece of technology. So Daddy, Mommy's gonna try to get this for you, I think, because yeah, I think it's amazing. It's a crash sensor. And if you guys know me, you know that I am quite accident prone, so I might need one of these as well. Okay, so that's it. This is the Tri Lab, and I traveled here and it was like a little trip to Disneyland, and I'm excited.